I just realized something. So I'm flying around my Sky Island project, you know, just admiring all the builds I've done, and I realized that this first island I made has a quad beacon. None of the other islands have a quad beacon. This is not okay to me. Obviously, beacons are very expensive, especially when they're a quad beacon, but that's actually not too much of a problem for me. You see, I have this iron farm. It's by ENX04. It's a very small iron farm, but I keep it in my spawn chunks, which is actually getting removed soon. It's actually not that big of a deal, in my opinion, that spawn chunks are getting removed, but it is slightly annoying that I have to just make a pearl, a pearl chunk loader. Yeah, I can speak. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, but I've been grinding for a lot of iron, and it's just been slowly building up. So the actual like resource block, that's not an issue. What is a slight issue though is that I need a lot of wither skeleton skulls. The thing is, I actually have pretty good access to wither skeleton skulls if we fly up to the nether roof and we travel along this path. And now when we drop down here, we can see I actually built a wither skeleton farm, and I actually spawn proof a pretty good decent of it. However, I think just placing a bunch of slabs is boring. I want to just decimate a lot of this area, and I actually been doing that a while back before I started the Sky Island project, where I was just digging out this massive area. Problem is, I didn't really have a good source of gunpowder, but now I do. I built this gunpowder farm. I'll show it up on screen right now and credit who made it, but it's an amazing gunpowder farm. And so now I can use TNT to get rid of this. Oh, Alterok, why don't you use TNT duping? Well, I kind of have a complicated relationship with TNT duping. You see, I believe TNT duping, it's great. It's great. I use it for farms. Actually, no, it's just the one farm. I use it for exactly one farm. I don't know why I said farms plural. But I use it for a farm. I use it to get rid of my end island. So I'm definitely not anti TNT duping. The thing is, I kind of like doing mining by hand. I do feel at certain points TNT duping is kind of cheaty at a certain point, so I try my best to avoid it whenever I can. We're going to get rid of as much of this area as we can just through like TNT and probably mostly just by hand mining, I think. And you see, I'm already prepared with a lot of pickaxes, so we're going to clear all of this out, and then I'm going to kind of terraform this area. This might end up turning into its own mega build, but you know, I think it'll be okay. I think it's definitely gonna be a very big project. I might not be working on my Sky Island project for a while, but this will be an absolute insane build, because I had this idea to turn this entire area into like a demolition area where there's like a bunch of big like cranes and stuff, and what they're doing is they're about to like wreck this nether fortress. So I think part of this nether fortress I'm just gonna like absolutely dismantle to make it look like a wrecking ball's like crashing through it and stuff like that, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be completely spawn proof. And technically this farm is definitely very fast, but what I normally do is, oh, there's a lot of wither skeletons in here. What I normally do is I just go into my video settings and just turn my render distance, simulation distance all the way down, and technically this works. But I think that's really boring, and like sometimes I forget, so I'm like, oh, why are there no wither skeletons spawning? And it's because I didn't lower my render distance. Oh boy, this is definitely gonna be a lot faster now that I have a super fast gunpowder farm. So yeah, so I'm gonna get on with getting to work on this. We're gonna be brewing some fire resistance potions just in case I fall into any lava. I'm gonna make sure all my pickaxes are good to go. It's a bunch of TNT, and we're just gonna start working on this. Oh boy, I might end up regretting this, because this might end up being a bigger task than I expected. But you know what? Big things are what you're supposed to be making in Minecraft. That was supposed to sound super inspirational. It just wasn't. Let's get to work, guys. Let's just get to work. Alright, welcome back. And we've made so much progress. So it's about 3 days later after that first like little talky bit where I was like, oh look, this is the project we're gonna do. Yeah, these walls, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how much effort I'm gonna put into like making them like look natural. Maybe I can do that, but oh my gosh, all of this is completely gone. If we go back to like the beginning of the video, it's like night and day, dude. All of this is just gone. And just to be clear, I'm not like getting rid of all the netherrack. I just want to like get rid of the big parts that doesn't look very natural. So our next goal is getting all of this done. Getting all this giant area done is gonna be a whole, it's gonna be a whole big ordeal. Oh my gosh. And keep in mind, we don't just have to like dig all the stuff out. We also have to spawn proof it, and also we have to build the actual construction stuff. The building the construction stuff, you know, to make this look like a demolition area. That's actually gonna be the easy part. The hard part is just getting rid of all this stuff. I started using like a lot of TNT. I actually like went AFK overnight at the creeper farm. So I'm absolutely loaded on gunpowder. And during the time of this project, we have gotten 8 ancient debris, which is honestly like 8 more than I was expecting considering like how high up we are. And we also got Amos Roddy tier. So I just updated to 1.21.8 and I completely forgot that if you hit a gas back with its own fireball, it now drops this music disc, so we're probably gonna have to give that a listen later on. And also we're just collecting all the nether quartz because it's always good to have a bunch of nether quartz, and I've just been obviously gathering a lot of the nether quartz, so it's just good to get as much as I can. Funny thing that happened is that I actually died while doing this project. I wasn't being very careful with the TNT, and this happened. I'm just gonna play it out for you. That was really stupid of me. I should have been somewhere safe when blowing up the TNT. That was a really dumb thing I did. Yeah, so that happened. Oh my gosh, dude. That was so silly of me. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just played it safe and just, you know, stayed back, let all the TNT, let it all blow up, and then just get the ancient debris after. But no, I had to be greedy. And so that's why my levels are a lot lower than it used to be. But you know what? It's just levels. It's not like I'm going to be enchanting anything anytime soon. I hear some of you guys saying, oh, Alterok, why didn't you use a totem? Like, you always carry a totem. So I don't understand why you didn't use it. And that's actually quite a valid question. Now, I'm not one of those people that thinks that, like, totems are going to ruin everything. I'm going to fall off this ice trail. Okay, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna fall off. Wait, give me a second. I gotta line it perfectly so it matches up with -180. There we go. So we shouldn't fall off again. But anyways, I don't use a totem because I'm not one of those elitists that's like, oh, totems are really dumb. Like, if you use a totem, I don't care. The thing with totems is that, like, I don't really need to use them too much as long as I'm careful, because totems are really good at getting, like, saving your butt from, like, really dumb scenarios, you know, stuff that's entirely your fault or just stupid mistakes where you could have just been playing safe. And the thing is, I really like using my offhand to, like, you know, offhand gap holes, offhand blocks mostly, offhand tools. And so I feel like if I just have a totem in my offhand at all times, it's kind of a waste. Not to mention my favorite thing, which is just reorganizing stuff in my inventory, in my hotbar with the offhand. It's such a cool, like, little feature that I feel like more people should learn. So anyways, I feel like as long as I'm careful, I shouldn't need to use a totem all the time. I'm only getting really need totems for when I'm in a really, really dangerous scenario, or if I know I'm probably going to do something really silly. So that's my entire justification with using totems. I'm actually going to turn back on my block sounds because when the boat goes over to pressure plates, it tends to be kind of noisy. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. But anyways, a few things we have to do. First of all, completely out of sand. Use up all of the sand for just getting all of the TNT. And I already have a lot of TNT, but I actually really want to finish digging. And I don't think just mining by hand is gonna be worth it. You know, because don't get me wrong, I really like mining by hand. I don't have anything against it. I'm saying it like it's like a political opinion. I don't mind mining stuff by hand, but the thing is, I want this build to be done at a reasonable time, so I can't just do what I usually do and just kind of just drag out a project for a really long time because I decided to do it the hard way. And also, we probably gonna need some more gapples. I've been putting gapples in my 9th slot, which I can very easily just like hotkey to. And we're only this is my last half a stack of gapples, so we're probably gonna go grab some more of those because gapples are just a great utility item just in case I do something silly and just fight a bunch of pigmen that I probably shouldn't be taking on, or I'm just being dumb and just can't aim. It actually happened a few times. I was like fighting a whole like horde of pigmen and I just wasn't like, I was just sprint hitting them when I should have just been critting with the sword, so I ended up losing a lot of health. Another thing we're gonna need a lot of is grass, or just any of these dirt adjacent blocks, because in case you didn't know this, dirt pathways, let me actually quickly just go outside. Dirt pathways like this block, no mobs can actually spawn on this block, and this really looks like kind of like the terrain of a construction site or a demolition site, so I think that's a really good palette to use for this build. So we're gonna need a lot of grass, and we're gonna need a lot of shovels to till that grass, because something I just learned, you can't silk touch the path blocks in Java Edition, which is just crazy to me. Just one of those things that from Bedrock that I just got really used to, but it turns out, oh, you can't do that. And also, probably gonna need some more pickaxes because I'm low-key running out. Well, obviously these last me an insane amount of time, but I would like a few more, maybe not netherite, just some of these diamond pickaxes to help mine a little bit more. Actually no, we should be fine because I can just use these fortune pickaxes. I almost never use those fortune pickaxes because silk touch is just so much better, dude. We are going to go get all the sand for some TNT, maybe brew a few more fire resistance potions, get some more gapples, get all the utility we need for the next part of this big dig. Oh boy. Alright. You heard me talk for long enough. Let's just get to it. Okay, welcome back, guys, and we've made a lot of progress. And actually, no, it makes sense for how much progress I made because this area isn't as big as this gigantic area. So obviously, like this area would have taken me. I think it only takes me like a day to do this, and then all of this too. But here's a slight issue. So you're probably noticing how long this video is. You're probably noticing that we're around the 22-23 minute mark. Making this the longest video on my channel. Oh man, but there's just so much like work I need to show because I want to show like everything. Oh, out fireworks, that's not great. Yeah, but there's still so much I need to do because for whatever reason, I assumed that this little area over here, that was all I'm gonna have to like dig out. No, that's just not the case. By far, the biggest area is this crimson and this warped forest area, which is about as big as this area over here, and it's gonna be way more annoying because of all the trees and all the hoglins and all these endermen over here. So it's gonna be more difficult to dig this area out, and also I have to place all these dirt path blocks, which, okay, thank goodness I was right because no mobs are spawning on here, and I actually think it really fits like the demolition theme really well, so we're gonna keep this here. But oh my gosh, we have so much work we have to do. Oh man. Come on, get over here. Bang! Oh man, I just love doing that. I just like, shooting the gas with the bow is too boring. I just like flying right after them. I can fly too. But there's a few more stuff we have to do. Like, first of all, I want to get rid of these stone slabs. And at first I was going to do black glass, but then I remembered that nether brick slabs exist, which will go really well with here because you practically just won't be able to see it at all. So it would just look like a normal nether fortress, but it will have the slabs on top, so nothing will spawn here either, and that'll be good. But I'm not sure, maybe I'll do like red glass for this part here because this part's like an actual nether area. Maybe I'll do dirt path blocks here too. I'm not sure, actually. That's something I'm gonna have to really ponder on. The way I'm gonna get all the nether brick slabs is I'm gonna tear down this entire portion of the nether fortress. Oh, there's just a block here. There's an entire part of the nether fortress that's just like outside of the border I made. So I'm just gonna tear all of that down, and then we're just gonna have a bunch of nether bricks to turn to slabs where I can slab basically everywhere here. And I'm only gonna like slab up the parts that you can really see, like all this inside stuff. I think I'm gonna keep it the stone bricks just so I can like save time because I don't think anyone's gonna really pay attention and go in there. I'm certainly not gonna be going in there, so I don't think it really matters what kind of slabs are in the actual like nether fortress. But outside the nether fortress, I think the nether brick slabs would work really, really well. And I also had another thing. So I was wondering, because this might take even more time, but I was wondering, instead of just keeping the lava here, what if I covered all of it with dirt path blocks? Oh boy, that's gonna take a lot of dirt. Let me quickly do the math. Okay, so if we cover this entire 128 by 128 border with dirt path blocks, it's gonna be at most 16,384 dirt path blocks. Oh my gosh. And you know what, like, that's 128 by 128. By my standards, to be honest, that's nothing, you know. The problem is, not only do I have to place the dirt, I also have to use my shovel and turn it into dirt path blocks. Not fun. Not to mention having to do all the demolition stuff. Oh man, it's ridiculous. I thought this was gonna be a small project. I really thought, like, oh yeah, this is gonna take me like at most like a few days. You know, just put my head down, dig everything out, place a bunch of dirt path blocks, which might take like just a day, and then like build all the construction stuff, which will also take just like a day. But no, I'm still in like the digging phase and everything like that, and it's been what, like almost a week of this project? Oh man. And so I think I just got like sit down, put my head down, and just get right to it. So okay, I'm not gonna take care of this yet. I think I'm gonna tackle something different. Get rid of this exterior part of the fortress that's just outside the border. Get rid of all that, turn it all to slabs, and then take care of this nether fortress. And then I might have to make this video into a two-parter if that takes a while, because I can see that taking a while, because we still have all of this to take care of. I'm sort of regretting my choice not to use TNT duping. Oh, that guy just jumped off. That guy just jumped off. He just jumped into the lava. Huh. Must have forgot his elytra. But anyways, I'm gonna tear all of this down. Depending how long this takes, we might have to turn this into a two-parter. Oh boy. And also, not to mention, some of this terraforming I did over here, I feel I could extend a little bit outwards. Alright, let's get to it. I'll see you guys in a bit. Cue montage now. Oh man, what have I got myself into? Okay, we're definitely gonna have to do a part 2 because I did not get to mining all this. And we're over the 30-minute mark, so I should definitely do a part 2. But yeah, I mainly focus on doing the fortress. All of this is nether brick slabs, which I think looks really good. because all of the well, most of the fortress is covered in nether brick slabs. Some of the inside parts aren't because you can't really see it, so I don't really care. And also for this like upper netherrack bit, I put in red glass to make it camouflage better with the netherrack, and I think it looks really good. And then I think this bottom layer of netherrack land, we're gonna replace the stone slabs with the actual path blocks, so that'll be really fun. But yeah, I got all the nether bricks from getting rid of all this stuff here. I got so much nether brick that as you saw in the montage, I just started blowing everything up because I really did not want to mine nether bricks by hand. I said it on stream. Follow me, by the way, link in the description. But I was surprised that you can't instant mine nether bricks with a haste 2 beacon. You can only like you can only do that in Bedrock Edition, and so I was really surprised by that. And really annoyed because it took way longer than I expected, because I figured, oh yeah, I mine all those pillars really quickly, and then I can instantly just start placing the brick slabs, which only took like, I don't know, maybe like 2 hours maybe, which really isn't that long, but it looks really, really good. And then over here, I replaced the normal glass with black glass because I would turn off my lighting mod. Oh, I think there's a block missing there. I'll replace it in a second. But I think this looks really good. Like, it's almost like if you look at it from far away, it's like you can barely see the black glass. So it looks like it's just like invisible. And I also added black glass underneath here for the tube. I'm just going to turn on my lighting mod again. I was thinking of making this tube like nether brick 2. So it would match with this leg of the fortress. But I realized that I actually wanted to see the mobs actually be dropping down, so, you know, change it to black glass, and it looks really nice in my opinion. Alright, so, covering some future plans for this build. 1, definitely get rid of this area, because this is, oh my gosh, that's just going to be so much netherrack mined. And actually, I actually did some statistics, so I recorded my statistic for netherrack mined before this project, and then I have the statistic down for after I mined the netherrack up to this point. I'm still gonna have to mine all this, but it was 157,000 blocks of just netherrack, and that's not even including anything I blew up with TNT, which is way more than I mined. Oh boy, dude. Oh my gosh, we got rid of a lot of blocks. It doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't really look like we got rid of a lot of netherrack, but we absolutely did, and we're gonna have to mine out even more, because I think we're gonna need to get rid of some of this chunk a little bit, just so it looks a little bit nicer. Definitely get rid of this flying bit. I have no idea why I left that. And then get rid of all this. This is definitely the bane of my existence, and to think, mining out all this netherrack, it's only half of the build. I still have to build all of the demolition site things and place all the path blocks. Yay! So, I'm gonna continue this project in another video, but I don't really know when that video is gonna come out, because I gotta deal with real life stuff. Real life is a pain, guys. Real life is a pain. But you know, gotta do the real life stuff, but before Minecraft, because Minecraft does not pay the bills. But anyways, thank you everyone so much for watching. This is by far the longest video on my channel by a long margin, because I can't believe I thought I would get this all done in one episode. Oh man. Oh jeez, dude. Oh jeez, Rick. Oh jeez, Rick, playing Minecraft so hard. Yeah, but anyways, hope you liked the video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.